on the internet, they can hear you. Okay, Arnstill,
Hello.
what were you saying?
I started out by saying, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary of all ages,
Okay, did you
ladies
want?
and gentlemen, boys and girls. How did that
You
go?
said
The one from the skateboard anime.
what? Um,
I
what?
don't know. I forget. Tragic. Dead meme anyway. Doesn't matter.
This is the skateboard king, where they have to win a competition to be the best skateboarder.
Uh,
And
yes. And then one of them, their opponent straight up does actual magic in the middle of their skateboard arena, and they're like, gee golly gosh, guess we better just get hardcore and beat him anyway.
That's a real anime.
That's a real anime.
Okay.
Yeah, no, so you know how when you're skateboarding down a hill at incredible speeds, if someone were to somehow turn around and preserve all their momentum, you two would collide and instantly die? They came to the conclusion that the only way to get past this guy is to not feel like you're going to die and skate past anyway.
part of the cards, except it's the wheels of the board.
Something like that. I don't know. It is straight up magic though. That's not how momentum works. What are we talking about? Okay, so we have
Oh my goodness! I should have named it. We've got a new person. Hey, that's cool. Come pay attention. Oh my gosh, why am I so?
you can change its names.
Why didn't
Hold
I
on.
do that?
I'm a mod. I can change its name.
I'm changing.
I don't
it.
even have to ask your permission. I can just do this.
How rude!
I'm pretty
I'm
proud of
in the
that
process
name.
of changing it. It is a good name. Okay. Dead Lesbians Lie Dreaming. A new. How do we go? All new player character drops today.
Dead,
But
dead
I assume
lesbians.
porn sells
Yeah,
out.
that's a good way to do it.
Yeah. You're a new drop.
The expansion pack comes out.
Yeah,
Plant expansion.
true that. Last Plant was a letdown.
Plant
I'm not saying sorry for that
expansion
sentence.
pack unlocked. Yeah, I'm writing that. Okay, so our current stream title is Dead Lesbians Lie Dreaming. All new player character drops today. Plant expansion pack unlocked. This is a much better title.
See, like, on one hand, what are we doing? On the other hand, we do actually have to give it time to populate with people.
Yeah.
So it's a perfectly respectable thing to do to just shoot the breeze right now. Don't, though, because that's assault, and the breeze did nothing to deserve this.
Harsh.
You don't live that west, do you? The breeze always deserves it.
So
Wow, I am
you
the
salt
breeze.
the land. You salt the land so no one can inhabit it again. So maybe on Cloud World you salt the breeze, and then
Shoot the land?
yeah, the floating spore islands all die.
Out. I really like the idea of shoot the land in the context of a world of floating islands. Because, like, are you shooting something at the land? Are you shooting the land at something? What's going on here? And who's in danger?
Well, it depends on whether their earth elementals can fly.
My floating city story, it's Jupiter. So the answer is yes, because at some points you will find a density which is more dense than you. That's not
It-
necessarily true, actually, come to think of it.
In my fantasy, earth elementals are the planet's antibodies, that react when you use magics that either destroy land or sap land of its energy.
Gnarly.
Or when there's greater undead around, because dead bodies belong to the earth. And so if you completely replace the earth's energy in the body with a soul, then the earth elementals come to reclaim.
Hold on. Quick distraction. August, did I see you in Bill's stream? I'm not a Russian spy.
Yeah, August, are you in our Discord? Are you part of our Triforce of Awesome? That is the CULT. You know, I think that my bot gave up the ghost.
I will get you a Discord invite link.
Thank you. So click on the non-existent Discord link to join our Triforce of Awesome. I think there's like 5 streamers that we have all combined, working hard to have good content, and it's pretty chill, relaxed server. I recommend stopping by.
Yeah, if you're part of the cults now, then you can officially say you were all of our fans before we became cool.
Yeah, that's very important, you know. You want to get in on the ground level. I'm an affiliate, though, so I think that I'm pretty cool. Like, people can subscribe to my channel. They don't, but they could. Okay, August, well, welcome to Twitch, and welcome to my stream. I'm so happy that you're here. I hope that you have a wonderful time. We are going to be playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians today. Thibian or someone, can you give us a rundown of what Thirsty Sword Lesbians is all about as a role-playing game?
There's fighting, but it's not about the fighting. It's about the emotional connections you made along the way.
That's right.
So, Thirsty Sword Lesbians is a game that focuses primarily on social interactions and the emotions behind them. It's a game with lots of fighting, but it's about why you're fighting. Vivian actually did a really good job of saying that, but I have to do everything better. That's why I'm the GM.
One.
Yeah.
Your phone is
Don't agree with that.
She was agreeing with the part where she said everything better than you, obviously.
I'm just saying we're all playing our part.
So we have, so yeah, thanks for jumping into the Discord. I'll give you a hi. So our Thirsty Sword Lesbians game is set in a world of our own making, well, a world of Aaron Still's making. Its primary inspirations are Hollow Knight and Alice in Wonderland. So if you think this is going to be insane, you are correct. We live on a giant mushroom that is roughly like most of our world fits inside a shoebox. It's a little bit bigger than that, but not by much.
No, it's not true.
What?
The giant mushroom would fit down a well. Have we not already gone over this?
I thought it was supposed to be kind of like a proto-taxis. A big old...
Kind of
I
like
know
a
what
what?
a proto-taxi is.
Was that a word? Are you making things up?
Oh no, you're talking about the prehistoric mushrooms that were actually tree size.
Yeah.
Oh no, no. So the secret history of the world, which by now the players have already found out,
We still don't get it.
they just don't know, is that the entire world that they previously knew as the Wet is called Well Hidden, and it's set inside an ancient well.
You're right. We live at the bottom of a well.
You live at the bottom of a well, and the mushroom you live on takes up most of the space at the bottom of the well.
Wow, this makes so much more sense now.
I did not get that we were in a well.
Yeah.
Like an actual one.
I made it to the top of the well once, and then I jumped off.
Hence the exploding femurs.
No one has lost any femurs yet.
Don't worry, chat.
Apparently, that's a threat I need to make more
Wow.
because it hasn't happened yet.
We're not gonna have gore
Okay.
in this. Don't worry, chat.
Oh yeah, no gore. Don't
No matter
worry.
what Aaron still
in
says.
In this game system, you can't die because you took a bunch of damage. However, you can suffer consequences because you took an emotional burn.
If someone burns you, you can literally suffer consequences for it.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't like this consequence.
So the setting.
Yeah, finish describing the setting. We live on a giant mushroom at the bottom of a well, and the problem that our mushroom has is that the water below the mushroom at the bottom of the well is rising. And the water is not normal water, it is mutagenic fluid of some kind. And it might be my fault, actually, now that we've done a... anyway, it's fine. It's not my fault. It's someone else's fault.
It's definitely not your fault, but you can go ahead and say it is.
It's not my fault, but my character might be actively unhelping. And the water's gonna rise and we're all gonna die.
That's like
However, right now we're not on the
on about
mushroom. We're in the bitter. Where is the bitter in relation to the well?
Okay, so the reason you are hiding in the well hidden, the reason you are hiding in the well is because something happened and encased the world in a bitter wind. This wind will tear you apart, but not your body, everything you are. It will destroy everything you are, and it will bite and tear, and that's why it's called the bitter wind. Where they are is among the bitter wind, in a place that has some weird power to counteract it. And that's why it's called the bitter. This world is called the bitter. The areas are called worlds. This world is called the bitter because it's the only one not hidden from the bitter wind.
We are all like... The stream is lagging and freezing sometimes. Let me check my rate.
Are you sure it's not just my speech patterns?
It might be Aaron's still speech patterns. I can turn them up a little bit. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I'm not seeing a lot of dropped frames, so can we get another person in the audience? Confirm, is this stuttering for you guys too? I can work on that.
No, everything's moving fine for me.
Okay, I'm turning arm still up a little bit. That should help. You know what? I need to put my headphones in so we don't have an echo. I bet that's also not helping. Anyway, so we're calling everything worlds because we are roughly like 6 inches tall. I'm only 9 inches tall, and I'm 6 inches tall. Everyone else is a little bit shorter than me because I'm tall for my height. I'm tall for a frog. It's freezing in terms of loading zone. And so when we go to somewhere new, it's like somewhere completely different. We're like, what is this place? I've never been anywhere like it. I have no idea what I'm doing. Ah!
Wow. Vampire style.
So it's not like the entire world. It's like the world that we know.
I also feel the need
Correct?
to specify.
And then, so when we last left our noble heroes, can you guys hear me?
Let's go. Oh, there she is.
Can you hear me now?
Are you talking about the
Stop
dry,
talking.
or are you talking about
like that's a
the
me problem.
underwater laboratory?
Okay, I'm going to re-say this sentence because we dipped halfway through, I think. It's unclear to me. I'm watching from like...
Okay,
how
I
big
fixed
is my
it.
delay?
I fixed it. Yes. You all can hear me now, right? All of my audio markers are moving.
Yes, all the audio markers are moving to the best of my knowledge.
Okay. I was just talking to myself. Go ahead, Arnstill.
So this world is divided into... This place is divided into 3 worlds at the beginning. There was
No,
well
no,
hidden.
Alright, still, I don't want to go into a long explanation of all of the cosmology. I just want to jump into where our heroes are right now and go into the game, because
Okay, fine.
that's more fun! Adventure!
Fine. We were going to go through, like, where everyone is, aren't we?
You were telling us where the bitter is in relation to the well, and the answer is above the well.
Yes, the bitter is above the well and very far away. Very, very far.
Is the bitter exposed to a sky?
Yep, you can see the sky freely.
Is there a sun
Whoa.
in the sky?
You cannot see that high.
Okay.
You see,
Where does the light come from?
What light?
Well, we can see.
Yep, you sure can. It's not because of lights. You can't see because of lights. You see for a different reason. Good luck finding out.
Now I'm concerned.
Yeah, when you look up, it looks like a tornado. You know how tornadoes turn clear wind gray? That's what you got.
Okay.
There was another bit.
There's plants. There's plant people.
Now we need to introduce our brand new player character. Everybody say hello to Ray.
Hey.
We, unfortunately, are one of our last players who played, T.G. Geldon, and before that, Agatha, who is currently our main villain, had to step out because there is some life things happening that he needs to focus on, and so we lost, our T.G. Geldon player. However, we got a new one in the form of Reyna. So if Geldon is able to make it back, then that'll be great, and we'll just add him in. Otherwise, we're gonna roll. Also, Listening Chaos isn't able to make it today. So Reyna is one of my...
Hold on, back up. Quick side note. I just now noticed that this character went from girlfriend, then upon breaking up, became the worst evil in the world. I'm just putting out there, X is the worst evil in the world.
That is true.
Okay,
Agatha,
continue. My bad.
My character Vivelda was dating Agatha, who was played by our friend Mighty Frog, and then we broke up, and she got to go live happily ever after, which is apparently code for becoming a supervillain. So now my ex is a supervillain, and that's kind of a problem. We had to say goodbye to
Also
Mighty
name
Frog.
changed to Gathar.
Shush, we're not trying to overload them with backstory. Focus. So yeah, this is my friend Ray. She's really great. Everyone you're currently talking to uses she, her pronouns. Some of us also are cool with they, them. So I'm going to make you guess who is who. So when we last left our noble heroes, we were walking through the bitter, some kind of like chasm valley thing. And we were walking past all of these plants. Can you tell us about the plants again?
Okay. So smaller plants like flowers or whatever the heck a carrot is. That variety of plants. Smaller plants are out walking about, and they all appear to be mainly focused on training and exercise, but not in a healthy way, in like you're gonna pull something way. And they all seem to be overexerting themselves constantly. Except for the plants that are larger, like shrubs or bushes or trees. You guys haven't seen any trees yet. Those are all stationary, but they all appear to be alive as well. And most of them are like being trained against it. Like if you want to punch a wall for your training, you could instead go punch this bush for your training. It's kind of unclear exactly how or why, but that's what you're walking through.
And the bushes are people's homes.
So, yes, people live in the bushes, and they train against the bushes, and the bushes talk back when you try to speak to them.
So you punch her house, and then he yells at you. Got it.
No, it doesn't yell at you. It only lets you live in it because you punch it.
It says, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?"
Smash glass. Another floor. Thank you.
No, was that what I was quoting? But good enough. Yeah. So where are we? What are we doing? How do we meet our new character?
You guys have gotten to the taller plants. Like you've since left behind the stuff that wouldn't even go up to Vivelda's ankle heel thing. What is that?
Wait, ankle.
It's called a frog leg.
Yeah, it's a leg.
It's a frog leg.
Are you
it's the
looking
lowest
at my
joint
long
of the
and
frog
shapely
leg.
legs?
I'm looking at your lawn and is a shape legs.
Long and shapely.
Look, I'm pretty sure frogs are not digigrade, okay?
I'm normal. I can be normal
that's
about
just
this.
biology. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about.
Focus. What are what are we doing?
When you first started, the plants were absolutely minuscule. Like, the smallest you saw was, like, not even up to, again, Vivelda's ankle. But now you've been walking for a while. Some of these plants are roughly your size. A lot of the bushes and stationary ones are taller than you. Think of this stuff as like tall flowers or vines. A lot of vines are living in this area, like grapevines or. Do tomatoes grow on vines? Something like that.
Kinda.
Yeah,
They're
tomatoes sort
viney.
of grow on vine-ish things.
So yeah, you're walking by like blueberry bushes and tomato vines.
Sounds great.
Is the type of plants you should expect to see here.
Okay, but unlike everyone else here who is a plant, we're not plants. I am a glass frog, which are a pretty cool kind of frog. You can see their heart inside of them. And Amphibian, I don't know how to say what you are.
I'm a Diplocaulus,
Thank you.
the triangle-headed salamander
From prehistoric periods.
from the Devonian.
That's super
Yeah,
cool.
Phibian was just too adorable to go extinct, and so here she is.
Mm-hmm. That's a mood. That's a whole mood. I believe it.
It better be a mood. It's not anything else.
Okay, what are we doing?
Ray,
Yes.
do you have a character name, or is your character name Ray? I actually wasn't here for this conversation. What's...
I had one, and it's lost in my brain somewhere.
They had one and
Okay.
they lost it.
Character
Aphrodite.
TBD. That's your
Venus.
present name. TBD. Your because of your size, you have quite a bit of you have some downtime throughout the day, and you've actually just finished your training for today as a bunch of. Okay, these aren't plants. That one's see-through, and that one has. These aren't plants, but they're definitely walking by. How would you like to proceed?
And their character's never like seen anything that isn't a plant before, right?
They've seen rock. So yes. There is chasm, wind, plant.
Okay.
What are those things?
That's rude. I'm not a thing.
Never seen anything like you?
I'm not a thing.
Then what are you?
I'm a frog. What are you?
I'm Venus flytrap. It's obvious, isn't it?
I'm going to go ahead and switch your picture to the Venus flytrap that we settled on. I'm like,
We had dramatic reveal.
dramatic reveal.
Da da da.
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm like, no, I've never seen anything that's quite so. Well, I've seen things that are spiky, but no.
Change chimes in and is like, "This is spiky in a whole new way. I can show you if you like."
No, please.
Yes, please.
Regrettably, change is not anything that you can hear.
Changes my brain, buddy.
Ah,
Unfortunately. So I'm just talking to you like a normal person, and then out of nowhere I say, no, please.
got it. Noted.
I made fun of TG for talking to himself, and now we all talk to ourselves. It's terrible.
And who's your friend?
This is Fibian.
Oh.
I'm Vivelda.
Hi.
How are
Am
you?
I not a friend? Change over here, dejected. Am I not a friend?
And my sword's name is Change.
Hello, Change. Hello, Fibian.
Hello. You're
See, look
just-
at this. The ones with spikes are always the nicest.
I like your spikes a lot. I just don't want any on for myself.
Thank you.
So they called you a fly trap?
Flytrap.
What's a fly?
I don't know.
Huh. I don't know a lot of things.
No, me neither.
We're going to go
Yeah,
find
Have
out.
we ever?
Oh no, hold on. Yeah, never mind. This conversation goes as planned.
Have we ever met any flies down in the well hidden?
The things that are roughly insect-sized relative to you are universally called gnats. You have fly gnats, you have crawling gnats, you do not have flies.
Okay.
Well, flight isn't real anymore anyway, so it sounds made up.
Facts.
Yeah.
So, do you train?
Every day.
We are going to go find a tree. Would you like to come with us?
Ray, in the society that you've grown up in, being large is shameful, and you have to train constantly or you'll start to grow.
So you're saying it's fat phobic.
I mean, like,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'd love to come. I need to keep training. I'm not done yet.
Fibian, we're receiving compliments on your freaking adorable picture and how it changes when it moves. I just needed to pass those on to you.
Thank you.
oh yeah, of everyone here, Fibian has actually produced the art.
Mm-hmm. The rest
No,
of
Listening
it
Chaos
is...
also.
Oh yeah,
Listening Chaos
yeah.
went to Model Maker. What's
made
it called?
that thing in Hero
Forge
Forge.
or something.
yeah. Everything else is proprietary. Please don't tell on us.
However, give us fan art and we'll use those instead.
And I will love you forever is what I will do. Anyway.
You can make the canonical face of Vivelda. That's helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So, would it be possible for you to train on me? Because I started to get like really slow and sluggish. and I think things might be affecting me.
Oh, really?
That happened
Um,
2 weeks ago.
in character, I'm saying, oh, really, but you are correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
All that happened quite some time ago. But yes, all that is still true.
Like, I normally wouldn't want people, like, punching me for fun. But, like...
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Hey, Ray. You happen to know of a way to train that doesn't involve punching people. All you need to do is get into particularly vicious arguments with Fibian.
You need to deal emotional damage.
Oh, dang.
Now, are you the type of person to point out that's what she's asking for before you start doing it, is the question.
Are you the type of person to do it? I thought would be a question, but apparently isn't.
I have only the maximum faith in my players.
Take psychic damage.
I am the psychic damage. Wait a minute.
I like you. More than that, so I disagree.
Okay, Fabian, repeat what you said. Repeat your line. About stepping up.
About wanting
I
to
am
train.
starting. I am starting to feel sluggish, like the trees you people talk about, and I'm wondering if maybe some of your training could help me out.
Probably not. You're too weak for our training.
Oh.
So
Dang.
close. Now, if only he said that to Vivelda.
I definitely look like I'm unhappy about this, and I'm kind of like glaring daggers at you, and I'm like, I pretty much look like I will hit you if you try to hit Fibian.
Okay. We need a new role for this. Roll emotional support, but backwards.
Roll emotional support, but bad.
Yes. This probably.
Roll
This
2d6.
should probably be a fight. Yes, 2d6, and then choose heart or spirit and add that.
If you have a
We
string
have
on
our
Fibian,
dice
you
channel.
can add that. Yep. Over here in dice rolls, yep. So what's your heart or spirit?
They are both 0.
Fabulous. You got a 6. That's downbeat. She rolled bad on taking emotional damage.
Okay, Ray, your insult was so bad, Fibian might not have noticed. You were given one task.
Her
and
insult was so
you
bad that she takes a condition.
I actually don't know how to do this. Fibian and Reyna, you sort this out in character, and I'll say the side effects.
So, okay. So first of all, do you want? Are you okay with training with me?
If you think you can handle it.
Let's find out.
Okay,
Okay.
Ray, I've discovered the punishment. You know one of your condition boxes?
Got it.
Draw a shield in that.
Draw a circle around it.
Yeah, draw a circle around it. Phibian is so pleasant to just talk to and be around that you have healed one condition instead of dealing a condition.
Wow. I didn't know I had that much charisma.
Done.
Thank you so much for the bits, August. I think you're currently top bit cheerer.
At least for this month. I think someone did do 2.
Yeah, I have acquired bits like at one point. Yeah, you took number 1 spot. Thank you so much.
Oh, that one is for Bits Leader, not 1-bit donate. I'm confused.
They've donated 7 bits so far, which is pretty sweet of them.
Yes, that's true.
Throw
Thank you for
pennies
the
at
bits.
me!
Throw pennies!
Yay!
Make it
I
hail.
hereby guarantee that if you throw 100 pennies at Vivelda, I will deal a point of damage.
What? You mean make me take a condition?
Yeah, something like that. It's not clear.
I don't want to die.
I will be right back.
Okay.
I guess I'm kind of like freezing up because of the wooden whatever.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
That is a good reminder. Everyone draw another circle around your stat.
No worries, August. No worries.
Yeah, I was mostly joking, August.
He's mainly being a pain in the butt.
I'm good at very few things, but I'm really good at those things.
You're lucky I like you.
You probably don't have any now, given that this is your first stream. But if you get enough channel points, you can spend them to mess with us in game.
We also currently have a challenge going on right now. If you donate to the fund, then we will go on a garden adventure and we will have a mobile stream.
Drenda's always doing a challenge in an attempt to strip away your ability to give her -1s.
That's fact! It works really well! Because you guys seem to want to see me do outrageous things. Such as attempt to figure out how to stream while walking around. I have no idea how to do that. I will learn. For you, for you.
460. That's actually almost enough. I believe it's 500 for a plus, 500 for a minus. Yeah, you could affect one roll, plus or -1.
Yeah.
And given that
Or you could
the
make us all
largest
do
stat
push-ups.
is a +3, that's
Plus
true
1 is a
too.
lot.
Yeah, +1 is a lot.
So
The person who is unbelievably strong has a +3 in strength. So +1 big. Phibian left, supposedly
you're
to
trying to be
go
mean to
try with
her.
Ray.
So I'm going to take offense to that, and I'm going to be like, hey, leave her alone. What do you know about training? You're just some kind of spiky green lady.
Did we also lose a Ray?
Raina's circle is lighting up. Raina, say something?
Hello?
Oh, okay.
Hey!
Oh, internet hiccup. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I'm insulting your honor.
I heard that. I tried to respond and nothing came out.
Okay, try it again.
I'm some kind of what?
Spiky green thing. You don't look tough.
And you're some kind of invisible walkie thing.
I'm cool, I'll have you know. I don't even know what to say about that. That's super dumb.
Yeah.
You walk like a frog.
I am a frog!
You can't hop worth shit.
Wow, harsh.
And you're a bad mom. That one would do proper psychic damage.
I will end you! Man, why am I not doing good at throwing insults? This is a thing I can do. Come on. Vicious mockery. Come on, Joranda.
You could also roll for inverse emotional support. Or
Sure.
better yet, roll to fight. You both have sharp stick things.
I 100% going to draw my sword and attack you.
I will 100% draw my sword and defend.
Let's go. Woo! I'm gonna roll figure out person.
Slight notes. By sword, I mean weapon.
Yep.
So what's it look like?
Sharpened toothpick.
Dope.
It's just a training sword.
Well, it could be.
Oh no, that's perfectly fair.
It could be one of your spikes.
Ooh, that's even better.
Yeah, that you've
Yeah.
shaped into a sword.
Is it connected to you, or is it one that you molted?
According to your picture, you can cast giant mouth at people. Are you casting giant mouth at people as your weapon instead?
Well, no, I don't want to kill the new person. I'll cast just like a spike.
Yeah, we're exploring each other. We're exploring each other's bodies. Nope, that didn't. We're.
We have acquired more new bits. The penny pile has doubled.
We're full of salt now.
Is true. Salt the earth, nothing can grow. That's the point.
So, in Thirsty Sword Lesbians, sword fighting is used to resolve a number of situations. I don't have to be mad at Ray's character in order to want to sword fight her. So what I'm going to roll, I'm not going to roll to fight to do harm. I'm going to roll to figure out a person. When you try to understand a person, roll wit. So that's the regular 2d6, and my wit is 0, because I'm kind of dumb.
And if you try to figure out someone at sword points, if you roll figure out a person at sword points, then you get bonuses. This is the ideal way to make friends, is stabbing them.
Correct. Also enemies, also girlfriends. So when I figure out a person during a physical conflict, my bonus questions are, what prejudice do you hold, and what tradition do you most value? And I rolled a 12, so I get a total of 3 questions. 2 for my plus 10 plus, because I rolled an upbeat, and then 1 more for being in a physical conflict. So I'm going to start by asking, what tradition do you value, Raina? Is that kind of unfair to ask someone who just started playing? Make up a tradition and then value it.
I will say that this place does not have newcomers, like children or newborn, very frequently. So, by tradition, we mean very long-lasting.
Right.
Thanks for the follow, August. If you make sure to keep that heart button darkened, then you can get notifications when I go live.
We also pinged the Discord CULT.
We're not a cult, we just think we're funny.
Yep. Let's see. Choose one from the list. This is creeping, undulating lawn tide poles. So there you go.
That's right. We're creeping, undulating, long tadpoles. Okay, so I'm gonna move on from tradition. We'll get back to that. And I'm gonna ask you, what are your feelings towards, training? Because you have to continually be like actually hurting yourself or emotionally hurting yourself in order to train and to not get big and tall and slow moving. But that seems suboptimal, shall we say, to be constantly hurting yourself. So, like, what are your feelings towards that?
Necessary. We can't become priests, so we must train.
What do you hope to get from constant training? Are you moving towards a goal?
Yes, not being a tree.
That's not a goal. That's just not something. Right?
Give me a second.
Sorry, I know
So-
I'm putting you on the spot.
Escaping the inevitable is a goal.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay, I'll accept this. I will switch my last question from traditions to what prejudice do you hold?
So something that's important to note is that rumor has it that the
Ooh, rumor has
chasm,
it.
that the chasm is actually widening. So the person living at the tip theoretically is moving further and further away. So if you become stationary, that's the worst possible thing because you can't keep up with the person who's casting the protective dome and keeping you safe from the bitter winds. So if you don't want to despise the trees because they're different from you, pity the trees because their days are numbered.
Ooh.
Y'all hear me?
I
Hey,
heard
I
that,
can
but
now.
not the previous thing. Why are you cutting it out?
Weirdest thing.
I'm sorry. I did not hear an answer that you gave to the question, if you gave one.
I cut out all I heard up to being stationary is the worst thing.
Yeah, so the safety
Chasm's
bubble. Huh?
The chasm is widening.
The chasm is widening, and the person who holds the artifact that makes the safety bubble is moving as it lives in the point. So when the point moves, they move. So if you can't move with them, then you won't be protected from the bitter wind forever. And so if you don't hate the trees, pity the trees.
Another big thing about Thirsty Sword Lesbians is it's all about we are trying to be uniquely ourselves in a world that values conformity above all else. So you can just have a yay random prejudice that kind of fits in with the conformity values, with the world of heteronormativia.
I don't think the trees are that bad. I just don't want to be one.
Okay, that's fair. Would you like to describe our cool sword fight that we're having in the middle of this conversation?
I will let you do that.
Okay. So I'm a very springy frog, and so I'm going to jump up and stab at you come down from the sky, like a holy avenger, and you do like a cool somersault out of the way, and then you like fling out a hand, and a row of spikes comes slicing through the air at me, and I have to like dodge like a ninja, and they like fly inches past my face, and like that whoa moment.
Get a full-on Matrix going.
Yeah. And then I come and I repartee and I come back at you. What would you like to do? So that's my turn. I used figure out a person, and I do feel like I understand you a little bit better now.
Oh shoot, I forgot to download the basic actions.
Oh, that's okay. I'll read them over. You can always flirt with someone. That's always an option. If you don't want to flirt with them, you can also connect, which is the ace version of flirting.
Both of which have advantage at sword point.
Yes. Have advantages at sword point. You can roll figure out a person, and you get to ask questions of me. Or you can decide to roll something like emotional support, or evil emotional support, since that's an option. Or if you want me to die, you can use the fight move.
Well, I don't want you to die yet.
Yeah. So one of those other things is probably more like what you're going. Is this like a flirtatious fight for you? Or are you just trying to understand this weird creature that I am?
Understand.
Or you're just stabbing the person who's stabbing you.
Okay, so if you're
Sorry,
going
I
for
didn't
understanding, yeah, stop interrupting, DM. So you can roll plus wit, so your 2d6 plus whatever your wit bonus is, to try to figure me out. Oh man, those are so cute. August, not everyone here has their own Twitch accounts. However, our DM Steel has her own Twitch account, and she does cool things like Minecraft and stuff, so you should definitely click on the link that my bot will never ever give you, because it hates me, apparently. I'm gonna go bully my bot.
How could you be so mean to the bot that it ran away? It doesn't have emotions.
It didn't run away, it just doesn't like me. I got to do all my own work here. I'm sorry,
Sure,
bot.
it's a good thing the GM isn't also a mod and therefore should be the one doing these.
No, it's fine. You're actually GMing, so you're working.
I was just told to stop interrupting, so I don't think I am GMing. Ray, if you're talking, we can't hear you, by the way.
I wasn't.
Okay.
Okay.
So I got
You got a
10.
10, which is pretty great. So when you try to understand a person, roll plus wit. On a 10 plus, that's an upbeat. You may ask 2 questions now or later in the scene. We're doing it at sword point, so you actually get 3. But your third one has to be from your truths of heart and blade, your 2 special questions. The list of questions you can ask are, what are your feelings towards blank? What do you hope to get from blank? How could I get you to blank? What do you love most? How do you feel if I blank? And you can see those in the rules and PDFs channel if you scroll up a little bit as well.
Your truths of heart and blade are figure out a person.
I do have that page.
Okay.
Okay.
So you get to pick one of those and then one of the other ones. One of those and 2 of the other ones. I know what I'm talking about. I'm definitely not just making this up as we go along.
Thirsty Sword Lesbian, real game. This? We don't know.
Yes, Arn still has one eye that's white.
Yes, I have Technically, I have one eye that's green. Because the natural one takes precedence, but there's a story behind that.
Which you can find out if you hang out on her channel.
Is
Are we
true.
talking IRL?
Yeah, Ardensteel has her own storyline. Thank you so much for following my good friend Ardensteel. Ardensteel has her own storyline.
Armsteel has her own storyline, but she does not also have a missing eye or a white eye. Not IRL.
Yes.
Why would you say yes to this?
I'm agreeing with you. What's your problem?
You know, earlier you were agreeing with me by saying in all ways but physically I'm sitting on you.
This is a fact. Do you have any questions?
So maybe I don't want you to agree with me if it involves getting sat on.
You're getting squished. Stop complaining. Okay, so Reina, you get to pick your questions.
So what do you hope to gain from training?
I hope to be strong enough to know what the right answer is and to be able to choose it. Does that make sense, or is that just way too enigmatic an answer? Okay.
Nope, I get it.
You get to ask 2 more questions, one from the basic list and one from your Truths of Heart and Blade.
I do believe it says now or later, so you could be like, no, I'll ask later.
It's an option.
But without that voice, and you can... I mean, I won't stop you from using that voice, let's be honest here.
What are you afraid of right now?
Oh gosh. What am I afraid of? Lots of things. I'm afraid of my ex-girlfriend, who I think is ruling the world and also evil.
I so wanted you to say change.
I am absolutely afraid of change. I'm going to take that as my answer as well. You can have both of those.
I'll hold my third.
Okay. Thank you. You're just covering me in salt. What would you like as... Sorry, go ahead. Salt towards the ex, absolutely.
It's true.
My baby mama's evil. What do?
So, is the sword fighting continuing, or are you just guys making one roll each?
I think that we are... I'm done sword fighting if you are.
I am.
Okay.
A training fight.
Yeah, we finish in like a really cool display of like really fast back and forth sword play, and then we just kind of like part and we like nod like, yes, I understand, and then we like sheath our swords.
Oh no, you guys do that really cool anime thing where like you both make a huge sweep and then appear on the other side of each other and sheath your sword, and then neither of you explode into guts because no one won this fight.
It was a draw. We do the outrageous anime thing, correct. Amphibian, the reason that I am sword fighting Reina is because she was offending you.
Ah,
So I am defending your honor.
thank you. My honor appreciates it.
Thanks.
Vivian, I'll have you know that you just asked for training, and Vivelda, your dear friend, has decided to train fights with Ray instead.
Yeah, that figures.
You sound so resigned. I think that we're gonna keep walking. We would like to go check out the
that's fair.
trees.
I don't know. I got distracted again.
Yeah, keep walking.
Yeah,
Except
you want to come with us?
I'll follow behind. Because you're interesting.
All right.
So the story as it goes, vines and apparently Venus flytraps are just about the last one before you start to get into really short trees. We'll say Joshua trees are the first.
Ooh.
Joshua and willow trees are your first trees,
Pretty
guys.
sure Joshua trees are cacti.
Joshua trees are much more dedicated to stabbing you than any self-respecting pineapple would be.
Joshua Trees, like, hopped out of Dr. Seuss's imagination directly and then populated themselves all over California.
Are they cacti though? They look like a tree and a cacti had like an ugly baby.
They do look like that.
It's very important to note that from Ray's perspective, a Joshua tree is a great place to live because just walking around in your house is training.
Why is everything here so spiky?
I'm sorry I missed that. I was being yelled at about drinking my water.
That's unfortunate. Please drink your water. Everybody drink some water. Arn Steele said, Joshua trees are a great place to live because walking around in your house counts as training. And I said, why is everything here so sparkly? Nope, I didn't say sparkly. I said spiky.
Okay. Joshua
Slight
Trees.
retcon, Joshua trees are now also disco balls.
What?
Joshua Trees.
Joshua
Sorry.
trees are spiky disco balls.
Okay, I looked it up. Joshua Trees aren't actually trees, they're succulents. A type of plant that stores water.
Pretty sure that makes
Like
them
a cacti.
cacti. They're
That would
cacti,
be
you guys.
Similar to cacti.
I am right. I'm
Yes,
right, and I should
except
say
the
it.
more broad,
Says
the more broad form of cacti also sounds like something you get age restricted for.
Succulents.
I went to Joshua Tree National Park, and it's really bizarre.
Well, they have an entire national park dedicated to these. They're just really, really aggressive.
They're really violent pineapples.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
But
it.
like, if you get like a ton of really violent pineapples all together in one place, it's just super surreal.
I believe that.
You know what? Yeah, I believe it.
Okay, yeah.
Gather enough violent pineapples, and it's a natural wonder. That's just how the world works.
New life goal: gather
Is
violent pineapples.
There are also teddy bear cactus. Do not
Oh,
pet
God.
a teddy
Do
bear
not
cactus.
pet the teddy bear
Are
cactus.
you sure?
Yes.
Their spines are barbed, so they stick to you.
and they'll detach from the main plant, and you can't get them out of your skin.
Why would something
they're-
so horrible be named something so cute?
That's
They
just
look
like
cute.
Because
technically
Theodore
called toy,
Roosevelt hated the name teddy bear.
And their roots will dig out hollows around it, so that if you step too close to it, the teddy bear cactus will fall on you.
Ah,
Surprise
Choya
hug
are
cactus.
disgusting.
Wow.
I didn't think that could get worse, and it did.
I accidentally picked one up the first time I ever went to Arizona, and I had spikes in my hand for a month.
Oh my gosh, so much regret. Instant regret.
Oh yeah.
That sounds terrible.
But have you heard of the death apple? Yes, actually. The death apple, yes, actually, is so incredibly toxic, you can't stand under it when it rains, because the rainwater will leach enough toxin to sap through your skin and kill you.
I don't want to know these
Nice.
things.
Don't touch it.
How do
Don't
I...
be under while it rains.
How do I
Don't
opt
eat
out of
anything from it.
knowing
Don't be
these
downstream when it rains.
That's beautiful.
That one was from an episode of Why You Don't Mess with Poison Ivy.
Yep, understood. I'm leaving now. I'm leaving the entire system, actually. Death apple. Why
Who
do we live in
needs
a
it? We're
world
going
that has
to
these
space.
things? The death apple is what it's called. Or, if you're orange still, the death apple, yes, actually.
You have to say that at least the first 2 times you say its name, because no one believes that there's something just called the death
I'm
apple.
like, I'm pretty sure you're making that up. And you're like, yes, actually. And then everybody is filled with regret. At least I am.
For as long as you remain alive.
Ah! I will talk to these trees as an excuse for getting out of this horrible conversation. And I will ask
Beautiful stuff.
the Joshua trees if they know how things are made.
Things are made? You're gonna have to be more specific.
Um,
You mean children? I feel like that's not a conversation I'm ready to have.
I don't know how children are made, actually.
Yes, you do. You broke it.
Right, so I don't know how they're made anymore because I broke the thing. It's called a machinal.
That is technically true. Death apple is not its scientifically accurate name, but Googling death apple will always get you the proper one.
La manzilla de la muerte. Little apple of death. They use
Yeah,
the
that
sap
sounds
to
accurate.
poison their arrows and contaminate the water supply of the invading Spaniards. Get him.
Get him.
Get him.
Durando was all, no, I don't need to know this, until it was poisoning the Spaniards.
Specifically the conquistadors. Most machinale trees are marked with a large red X or a sign explaining the danger. That's just what...
That's just the only polite thing to do.
People are just like, look, there's a big red X here.
Probably shouldn't stand under that tree.
Okay. And I will say... Okay, so what... I'm gonna have to be more specific. Like, if people send in a request for, like, some silk, how do you make silk?
Silk. Oh! You're probably talking about that really fine fabric made from pine needles.
Sure. You make things out of pine needles?
Yeah, there's a way to deconstruct the substance of pine needles so they're flexible, and then you can chemically bond them together into long strands and weave them into weave them into soft fabrics.
What about gems? Like pretty things and metals and stuff.
Well, there's a rock. A gem is a type of rock. Eventually you're sure to find some of them.
How do I heard that the trees produce these things, but how do you produce things you can't move?
Okay. First off, I was totally pulling your leg with that from the ground stuff. I've been told that does happen, but you are correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, I fell for that.
Yeah. The shiny thing came out of the ground, and that worked. You believes that? I don't know.
I didn't believe that. I actually had questions about how that was possible, you'll note.
It's true.
I immediately questioned the plausibility of
concede.
that. Thank you.
I can see the point.
Sheesh.
No, the thing about shiny rocks, gemstones, is that they are found in immature apples.
You can find shiny things in what's an apple?
Okay, so trees will grow fruit sometimes, and when they start growing, they're a different color from when they finish growing. If you pick them before their color grows, then they spread. Then you can find the little seed of color, and it looks like just a see-through glob of color, and it's tough like a rock, and yeah.
Huh.
You just need to get the red of an apple before it turns red, and then there's your ruby.
Huh. Okay. Phibian, do you remember why we came down here? Because I think I do, but I could be wrong. It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't really remember either.
I was all for like storming the palace and overthrowing society, but instead we went to a storage place in order to locate another fundamental force.
Is there a fundamental force here, Arnstill? Do we have, like, a guess that it might be here?
You have seen you have seen power similar to a fundamental force. You have felt the effects of a dome that can stave off the bitter winds. So theoretically that has a fundamental force behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And that might also be an artifact, if that's what you're asking about.
Oh.
You have also seen something that is currently glowing, question mark? That is also a potential fundamental force thing, as it's the only generator of light in this area. And we all know how we feel about light.
We like light. It
Yep.
keeps us alive.
As long as it's a low enough frequency that it doesn't just burn holes through our bodies.
The sun is a deadly laser.
Not anymore. There's
Not
a
anymore. There's
constant
a
typhoon.
constant cover.
Yeah, there's a huge windstorm at all times, thick enough to cover the sky.
So it's not a deadly laser?
The wind is a deadly laser.
The wind is a deadly laser.
I so appreciate the reference to that video.
You're welcome. I rewatched it recently because I was trying to explain what the sun is to my child, and I'm not sure she got anything from it, but I sure did.
So, Sky, in case you missed it, August has discovered dancing emotes and has been flexing on the rest of us poor people. And I'm pretty okay with that. It's pretty funny to watch.
Where do you see these kinds of things? Is it on the Twitch or the Discord?
Oh, it's on the Twitch. Sorry. Someone is reacting on the Twitch.
You could
Okay.
also
Using dancing emoji.
oh no. Okay, never mind. Forget what I was about to say.
Well, you didn't say it, so I don't know what it was. So what
Forget
then?
it, I said.
It's gone.
Forget what? It's not. What are we forgetting?
I don't know.
The fact that you guys don't remember means you've already done what I've asked. So stop asking.
Right. I'm acknowledging that though.
Okay, so what we have determined is that A, seizing the means of production is easy. Because if we want to do a rebellion, we need to know where the means of production are so that everybody doesn't die. Right?
Oh.
That's what we're here to do. We're here to seize the means of production.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think we are. So, who is in charge of making stuff and sending it up top? Does the Joshua Tree know? Or down below?
Yes. To my understanding, the Council of Redwoods are in charge.
That's really far away, isn't it?
How did the Redwood
I
get in
mean-
charge if the trees are the lower class?
I don't know if you noticed, kid, but I am significantly taller than you. I think you're lower than me. And that whole thought process continues.
So you're upper
When you're
class.
small, yes. When you're small, the smaller you are is better. When you're tall, the taller you are is better.
Oh.
Because you can't be small anymore, so you have to have something else to loom over people about.
You realize I can shoot these spikes at 30 yards, right?
Wow, you look great today. Have I mentioned that? So, if we go, can we go talk to the Redwoods?
Yeah, I mean, you've got 2 legs. I don't, so I don't talk to them.
How do you know they're in charge then?
That's what everyone else says.
Fair, okay.
You ever get in a fight with a willow? Don't.
I thought you could shoot
But if
those
you ever
things.
do, I mean, like,
I thought you could shoot those things at 70 miles an hour.
my quality range is 30 yards, which is too many now that the game master thinks about it for a moment.
Can the willows like whip you or strangle you with their ropes?
Yes. So my effective long range attack is as far as most willows have reach.
They can get to you first. That's no good. How often do you fight the willows?
I mean, I don't walk anymore, so I get whipped around. So I get in fights with people a lot less because no one's nearby.
Is that bad?
No,
Okay.
because no one's nearby because I keep shooting them with my needles.
Cool. This has been a great conversation. We're going to go now. Thank you.
That's fair. Bye bye.
I'm gonna like grab Phoebe and like haul her bodily away. Phoebe, if you want to train, by the way, you could totally go stab yourself with a Joshua needle.
I am not afraid. I have 2 shields over fright.
I thought you were only allowed to have one.
What?
I thought you were only
Oh,
allowed
is
to
there
have
a
one
maximum?
shield per thing.
Is that true?
If you are only allowed to have one until you have one in everything, and then you're only allowed a maximum of 2 until you have 2 in everything, and so on
Yeah.
and so forth.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
need to tell me when you fill up one of them.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Ravelda, how
I
many
have-
shields do you have?
Well, you just gave me one, so I'm down. I have one open spot. I can shield one more thing.
Okay.
I have 7 shields altogether.
Yeah, that's accurate.
And the reason I have less shields is because I bang my head into walls. Sort of on purpose and sort of on accident.
Velba casually discovers that the tree she's talking to shoots people with pin needles because it's funny.
I want to be a tree. Ooh, 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 ooh.
To be a tree.
That's a loud mouth.
How do you both know this song?
I'm the world champion, and I bet you can't beat me. Nee, nee, nee.
What?
I don't know how you could not know this song. We're talking to trees.
What?
She's not a tree.
I'm not a tree! I definitely. Are you guys quoting that anime?
Nope. For the record, she's not a tree is also a line in that same song. Same as the screaming. The screaming is the next line after she's not a tree.
Because she's like, I'd like to be a tree.
She's not even a
Anyway.
flower. In Alice in Wonderland, they have a scene where the flowers are all being mean because Alice isn't a pretty flower.
I thought you were talking about Bambi, where the skunk's like, you can call me flower if you want.
That is also a similar thing. But not as cool as the one I mentioned because Alice in Wonderland is one of our inspirations for this game.
That's true.
Look, we're back on topic!
Yeah.
Hurry! Do something!
You guys are walking down, looking for more trees. You guys see a willow. It can almost reach from one end to the other from where it is.
Wow, what is it doing with its excessive length?
It actually looks like it's guarding people. It's being used to shield from the bitter wind.
Oh, that makes sense.
People are very interested in like just having a break from the bitter wind because it is eating away at you guys constantly.
Even though we feel protected by this aura that's being generated.
No, you feel like it. One step forward, 2 steps back is what you feel like.
Okay. Like I'm
You're being
barely
protected.
hanging on.
Yep,
So-
that one.
So, is the wind eroding our shields?
Yes, but your shields generate at a rate of 2 every time you lose a hit point. So you are in the net positive.
Yes, but the shields protect us faster than it can kill us.
A love point can be used by a player to alter their roll by 1 bracket. If they get 2 to 6, or if they get less than 6, it's a downbeat, but they could use a love point to make it a mixed. They could also use a love point to evade damage, but that doesn't come up as frequently because we like suffering here.
Yay! We really do. I don't know what's wrong with us.
Agony.
It means so much to me. I'm who I've gotta be.
So yeah, a +1 is you saying it's you taking the rails and saying you should be good at this. A love point lets them take the rails and say I should be good at this.
Mm-hmm.
That
So yeah,
I
it's
believe
basically a way to show affection to a character.
Yeah, I believe a hero request is in like
It's for
Genshin
Genshin.
Impact.
If I'm playing Genshin or another game that lets me swap between heroes, you can make me play the bad heroes. Or a hero I just don't know how to use very well.
You can take away her fire broadsword Batman.
Yeah, because we need Fire Broadsword Batman, but I understand if you want to see me play Amber instead. Or Kitching. I will play Kitching if you purchase hero request. I need to figure out how to play Kitching because I now have a C4 Kitching, and that's a little bit painful. We're not going to get into that right now. Also, hi Firefly, good to see you.
Okay, my brain was processing that as Kewing. I'm glad that you said
Kewing?
it was a word.
No, it's Kitching.
No. Just as the letters, because it was all capitals, so I'm like, it's an acronym.
Oh. The KEWQING. This is the new, I feel like this is like an organization that is very sus.
1K sparkles!
What are you going to do with it? You going to cause trouble? The other thing you can do is, I think you can give the DM a string on somebody, which the DM will then immediately use to make them make a bad decision.
Got nothing but bad decisions!
Nothing but bad decisions here! We're really talented. Thanks for your contribution to the Garden Adventure Challenge. I'm gonna avoid the willows because the other guy said to, and keep going.
The willows do look nice, but you get the sense you really don't want to get smacked by one of them.
I can take him.
What looks like there is a pretty popular activity where individuals of Reyna's size-ish will grab onto the vines or droopy bits and get blown around by the wind. And
And people are enjoying
how
that.
to
That looks like fun
describe
to people.
holding still, but it feels like
Flying.
holding still, but it feels like falling.
That does sound fun, also. Actually, you know what? This is taking forever. I'm gonna go talk to the willow, and I'm gonna say, hey, can you yeet us towards the redwoods?
I don't know. Here, grab onto this.
Wanna find
A
out?
branch lowers down to you. Like, it wraps around and is, like, almost touching the trunk. How strong are you again?
Obscenely.
That's good. You might want to keep all of your friends attached as well.
Are you guys going to come with me?
Maybe we'll see what happens to you first. Oh, what the heck. I'll come. We'll all jump in a hole together.
Yeah, I know. Despite my best efforts.
Absolutely nothing about fairy rings and toxic water. Didn't happen.
Yep, we basically, if we see a bad idea, we go for it. Would you like to hang on, Miss, Venus Flytrap? This could be good trading, especially if we hit the redwood tree really hard.
Hello, the Wiggy, by the way. Hello. Reyna, are you joining?
Is her, circle lighting up? Okay.
The picture's lighting up.
Okay. Yeah, you're talking, but I can't hear you.
How could it be?
I
Am I
can
back?
hear you now.
Hey!
Yes, I'm in.
Alright. I have Fibian holding on to me. a Venus flytrap wrapped around my waist. Fabian's probably like hanging onto my shoulders. Let's go! I don't know where listening chaos went. I don't really care. He'll catch up. It'll catch up to us.
All right, Vivelda, you are 100% making a strength check here.
I'm assuming this is a Defy Disaster roll strength.
Yes. Unless you have a specific move that says
Let me see.
get yeeted
Specific move.
100 miles.
Yes, I have Fool's Rush In.
Okay, make me a fool's rush in.
Oh no, it doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. However, it does give me an XP point. When I charge recklessly into danger, I get 1 XP point. I give someone dangerous to me a string, so you get to pick who that is. But I get a +1 to Defy Disaster, which is what I'm doing right now. So it does make this easier. Here we go!
Oh boy.
I got a 12!
Okay. Here we go.
See? Vivelda can do this.
Vivelda can. Vivelda's just too strong.
She is really just too strong.
Okay, you first thing to note, you guys fly above the protective barrier. Take a point of damage.
So that means that if we have a shield on our conditions, we can erase a condition. We erase one of the shields.
Break all your shields before you take a condition.
Okay, so I break 1 shield, basically.
Yes.
Got it.
Ooh, the characters.
Screw over the characters. Oh, you had to, when you pick that redeem, you're supposed to type in either who you want to screw over or what you want to happen.
Well, you heard him. You guys are going south.
Frick. Okay. We just got yeeted into who knows where, so this is a perfect time to screw us over. What happens? I am dying to know.
Okay.
Possibly literally.
Okay. So you guys come out from inside the chasm, are flung across over the top of the chasm, then hit a redwood tree with such force, Vivelda take a stagger.
Oh,
and
frick.
Everyone else... Vivelda, roll disaster to make sure you're the only one taking a stagger.
Well, you could say everyone else pop all their shields.
Not all of them.
Okay. Can I roll with my +1 Fool's Rush In?
Yes.
Can I roll with strength?
Yes.
Hey! I hit the redwood tree full force, but I block with my face. Which I do not recommend. And so no one else gets hurt too much. Okay, so stagger is a GM move. They can just be like, you stagger, sucks to be you. Where is it? When you suffer a staggering physical or emotional blow, such as get yeeted full force into a redwood tree. Choose an option. Okay, I don't have any conditions marked. So either I lash out at someone whose regard matters to me, provoke them to do something foolish or harmful, and take advantage of a string on them if you have one. Or I hesitate or stumble and the opposition gains an opportunity. Or I grin and bear the blow, mark 2 conditions, which I absolutely do. So, you had me mark a condition when I flew into the bitter wind, and I'm going to pop 2 more shields for hitting the tree full force.
Okay.
So I'm down to 1 shield.
Would you also like custom events that is probably going to be worse?
Yes.
Okay. So you slam into a weak part of the tree.
Yes.
And Vivelda, somewhere between what little foresight there is left in the world and a skull too hard to shatter, has busted through the tree into an inner room.
There's a room in the tree.
Yes, these things are lived in, remember?
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, this is fine.
The NPC you collide with also takes a condition.
You should be thanking me. Yeah, it's a treehouse.
So, Fibian, I was going to ask Vivelda, but let's be honest here. Fibian, there is now an unconscious something here, underneath Vivelda. What are you gonna do?
I just hit a tree.
Ooh.
I'm not in any state to do anything.
Oh my. Is there like a couch or a bed or something?
Yes, there's a pile of leaves over there.
Okay, I move the unconscious being onto the pile of leaves. It's probably not the smartest thing to do since I haven't checked to see if they had spinal damage, but it's probably a plant. Is this a plant?
It is unclear.
They definitely
Okay.
have spinal damage.
Oh yeah.
Dang. Not again.
I don't think they're gonna come back, frankly.
Wait, again?
No, I'm joking. I haven't
Okay.
broken anybody's spine before. This is a new experience.
Actually, dropping people on other people's houses is not a new experience for us.
That is a fact. That is true. Last time it was Fibian's fault, technically speaking.
Yeah, so Fibian 100% is like, not again. Prompting our leaf friend to say, again? Fibian, defend yourself.
I can defend myself. I'm not insecure. I have a shield on insecure.
That's the severe psychological blow we were needing from Ray earlier.
Don't cry at me. You started this.
Okay,
I'm so sorry that you can't hear August. I know what to do about it. No, August was crying about the hearing, dum-dum.
Oh. Fine.
okay.
Fibian takes emotional damage. Takes psychic damage.
You can absolutely take a psychic damage from this if you want.
Okay.
So you're not gonna explain.
Nah, there's just stuff happens.
Are
and-
you below 5 shields?
I am now at 5 shields.
Okay. Oh, you're now at 5 shields. Never mind. Still feel sluggish. Still pretty tall.
Do I have to take from one of the higher shields?
Yeah, you can only have 2 shields if everything... A shield... You can only have 1 with 2 if everything else already...
So yeah, you have to take
has-
from the bigger one if you have that as an option. Wow. Harsh.
Okay.
Violence. Violence is being enacted against my person.
So, August, what you missed was... Crash through building. Not again. Again? Severe psychic damage.
And then Fibian's like, Things happen.
Things happen when you follow around Vivelda.
Yes,
That's
blame it on a friend.
good to know.
Uh, so I was thinking, if the material goods are being made from the plants, then we can't just kill all the plants to stop the resources. We're gonna have to destroy the portals.
Which portal are we destroying? Wait, I'm lying on the ground being unconscious. Continue.
Okay, can I use maybe wit to diagnose this person?
Yes, take a +1 for your biology, ?
Okay.
Hello?
Just a minute.
Okay, fair.
Mixed beat.
Nice, you got a 7. Trying to figure out if this person is legitimately dead.
You have identified this person as a termite. You don't know what a termite is, but you have identified this person as a termite. Good luck.
They're an arthropod.
They aren't dead. They are breathing. That's what you get for your mixed beat. That they are breathing and they're termites.
Look, we found another
A thing.
another animal. An
Animal.
arthropod. We know lots of arthropods.
We do?
Reyna, have you ever been to the Redwoods before?
Absolutely not.
Okay, fair.
Okay. So, do we stand around and take the blame for this?
No.
No. We should bury him in the leaves and get out of here.
I'm starting to come to. I'm like, that hit really hard.
We almost killed somebody.
Oh, are they dead?
Plants are different when moving at 200 miles an hour.
It's just a plant. I'm fine.
This was not a plant. It's an arthropod.
I don't know what that is,
No.
but okay.
Like Geldin.
Everyone take a shield for me.
Okay. I'm down to 2 shields.
You mean up to 2 shields?
Uh-huh.
I lost shield when we hit the tree, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Vivelda was
And
very kind and took all of the damage.
And I am up to 2.
Okay. Is there a door to this room other than the hole we just made?
There is a stairwell.
Is it made of wood?
Yes.
Is it made of dead people?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna like get to my feet and be like, okay, what are we doing?
Getting out of here. before the cops show up.
Okay.
I want to just offer, Vivalda, you have woken up, and you have been informed that you are getting out of here. Do you jump out the hole you just made?
There's a hole. I'll point it out.
I look through the
Look out
hole.
the
How
hole
high
and
is
See
it?
how high up we are.
You guys see just above the hole is the barrier that makes you grow.
You are at the top of the hole.
You are at the top of the chasm.
So if we climb up a little bit, we can shave down our shields and get free training.
Yes, your training could be clinging desperately to the side of a tree in the middle of a hurricane. That's true.
Free training! I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay, we're going down the stairwell.
Okay, I'm just gonna follow where Phibian pulls me. My head hurts for some
Okay.
reason.
Raina, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Did you hear the idea of free training?
Yep.
Thank you.
Would you like to cling desperately to the side of a tree as the hurricane blows?
That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay, roll me, what is that,
We
Grace?
have one vote for up. You climbing up there?
Yep. Climb.
Okay, roll me, what would this be, actually? Roll me Call on a Toxic Power with Grace.
Can you read the call on a toxic power move, please?
When you parlay with the Toxic Power, ask it your question or for a favor, and roll plus spirits. On a 10 plus, it answers your question and grants you +1 forward to act on the information. Or grants your request and gives you +1 forward to
Not
act
die.
on the... Yeah. On a 7 to 9, it answers your question and the GM chooses one. It takes something from you, either knowledge, reputation, or something physical. You mark a condition. It gains a strain on you. So you can call on a toxic power and ask the bitter wind to shave off some of your hit points. Some of your shields.
We don't have HP.
It's true. I corrected myself.
Okay.
I'm good at this game that I've been in charge of for like months now. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I know that. Yeah, I didn't want to question. I'm not questioning you.
Why not? What am I doing?
Okay, sorry. What was I rolling?
You're rolling call on a toxic power, so that's your 2d6 plus we're using grace. And you get to ask a favor of the bitter wind. It can be help me reduce my shields, or it can be something else that you think would be interesting at this point.
Oof.
Down
But if you fall, I will be dropping you from a... Oh!
Down beat. So this would be a great time to have a love point.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up a bracket.
All right, so go ahead and erase the love point that you are using. And we are up to a mixed beat. You're not going to straight up die, hopefully.
I wasn't going to kill you.
I know.
It grants your request, so what specific wording is your request?
It is an evil genie.
I call it the bitter wind, and it will eat any part of you that it can.
Ask it for help!
Oh no, the audio's cut out again.
Ah, frick, are they lighting up?
I
Okay.
want.
I
Can you hear me
hereby
now?
volunteer.
Shh.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to have the wind shave off enough shield to gain experience to train.
You want the wind to shape. Okay, so training doesn't actually grant experience.
Oh, okay.
What you call training is inflicting conditions on yourself, because if you get too many shields, bad things happen.
Okay. I want the wind to hit me just enough to shave off one shield.
Okay, you want to lose one shield.
Okay.
The wind will take off that one shield for you. And let's see. And the wind will give you a feelings marker.
Oh, yeah.
What's a feelings marker?
So each playbook, they're not called classes in this game, they're playbooks. Each playbook has a special mechanic, and the character class that Reyna is playing is Trickster. And the thing about Tricksters is they can lie. Oh man, I forgot. I forgot that you could lie when I was asking you figure out a person. They can lie on that, which no one else can do. Like it's physically impossible to lie on that unless you're a trickster. And they can they have a feelings meter. So their core conflict is they don't want to express their feelings. And so whenever their feelings meter goes up, they're getting closer and closer to being honest with other people about how they feel, which is obviously terrible and bad, and we don't want that.
So I, as a good GM, will so the bitter winds will accept your request, and in exchange will whisper things to you that don't make much sense to you, but you feel them.
Give us a secret. Give us a weird,
Secret,
arcane,
secret.
mysterious thing.
I got a secret.
Secret, secret. I want a secret.
I could give you some tidbits about what they're whispering if you like.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm gonna do it.
Do
They
what?
whisper to you about a large spiral staircase and the days you spent running up it. And that nostalgia of a memory you don't have has ticked up your feelings.
Ooh.
Vivelda, write that down. Cryptic things you don't understand, unless you do.
I do.
Look at that. Players can understand on the first bout.
Hey, it's like session 70.
Who did who climbed the stairs in the dry? Or attempted to?
Well, we don't know this yet. So you experience this feeling. What are you gonna do next, Reyna?
Hang on. I'll, guess I'll just climb back down to the hole.
Fair.
You gonna report that it was a good time?
It was interesting up there.
I kind of want to try it now.
Feel free. I'm not stopping you.
Okay, I climb up the tree and
Ooh.
call on a toxic power.
Ooh.
Okay, we're using Grace this time, unless you want to use something else.
I'll use Grace.
Okay.
Downbeat.
Do you also want a love point? Want
Thus
to use a
far,
love point?
climbing into the toxic
Oh.
wind has been one of the worst ideas we've ever had.
Sure, I'll do
Bitter
it.
wind, thank you.
Sorry. Okay, spend a love point. We have burned through 2 love points on this incredibly terrible and objectively bad idea. I love it.
Okay. And I ask the bitter wind to destroy the Sun King's palace.
Oh, my absolute goddess. What? Okay. Fibian,
Yes.
you can see it very well from your station in the tree. From where you are perched, there's a small tornado coming directly at you, and you do not dodge it.
Oh.
Frick.
Fibian, take a point of damage. You are standing on a cloud.
Take a condition.
Take a condition. You're correct. Take a condition. You are standing on a cloud.
That's kind
Okay.
of cool.
Is the cloud moving? Or is it stationary?
You can't tell. The wind around you, the world around you, is whipping by at incredible speeds.
Has she lost
But
sight
you
of
feel
the tree?
stationary. Oh yeah, absolutely.
In like 0.5 seconds, gone.
Yep.
Okay. That's what I expected.
Fibian, standing before you is a large stone obelisk. It's easily 3 times your height and twice it, and your height in diameter. And
Okay.
written on it are words.
Uh-oh. I read
The forbidden words.
yes.
For where hast thou hidden the sun, lizard?
That's what the words say?
Yes. The words say, where hast thou hidden the sun, lizard?
Oh. Dang.
Fibian, tell me the name of the world you just came out of. The world you're native to.
Hidden. Well hidden. So I could betray the location of my hidden world to a destructive force.
Ooh. The Sun King's Palace is a location inside of the Well Hidden. It's at the top of the mushroom, and we got into it one time. And in the center of the Sun King's Palace, we saw a man, and there was an old, well, it was a frog, right?
Yes.
What kind of creature was it actually?
It was a frog of age unspeakable.
An ancient frog. Did it have wings?
Yes and no. It was wearing lots of capes. Or one large cape, or one many-layered cape.
Okay, there was an ancient frog, and we were having a really intense argument because we had just crashed through the roof of the Sun King's Palace for reasons. And every time we started to fight about our thing, he yelled, "Silence!" And we physically could not speak for seconds after he yelled that. And so we're pretty sure he's also, like, a big bad. But finding out that it is legitimately the sun, and it's been hidden away for a purpose unknown, is fascinating. So, I hope that gave you enough time to figure out what you're going to do, Fabian.
I speak. What would you do with the sun if you found it?
I know all that this world is and has. You're reading this as you walk around the pillar, right? So as you
Okay.
walk around the pillar, the new words you see are these. We
Okay.
know all that the world has and is, and yet we know not of a sun palace. We know of the sun, but we know not of a sun palace. You want it destroyed, and we want to know, where have you hidden this sun palace? And what has it done to the sun?
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
The sun has been hidden somewhere safe. And the Sun Palace is the home of a being of age unnumbered.
Thank you, safe from me. And as those words like bellow in the wind, and you take 2 damage.
Conditions.
So you take 2 conditions. Thank me, dangerous. The foolish lizard think us dangerous. The foolish lizard think because we are bitter and bites that we are what's wrong. Your sun is hidden, but where? Your frog of ancient years cannot be.
You did parlay with a toxic power. We did do this to ourselves.
If reveal the location. Would you promise not to destroy my world?
We shall not do what we intend not to rebuild.
What?
We tend not to do what we rebuild.
We shall not do what we intend not to rebuild. Or not do, destroy.
Thank you. I'm like, what?
My bad, sorry. We shall not destroy what we intend not to rebuild.
Thank
Those
you.
words.
Thank you.
In that order. I'm supposed to be ominous and spooky.
Ooh, I'm spooked.
Vivelda, come over and roll this charisma stat for me. I don't have one.
I'll have you know that Vivelda does not have charisma. Jorenda, however.
2 V's, 2 E's. It's the same name.
Alright, as a spooky witch, I will trust in your word. The Sun Palace lies in a well. In the well,
As you're saying those words, you forget them. Fibian,
Whoa.
you don't know what your home looks like, but you get a feeling someone else does now.
Do you want to finish? Can she finish saying the thing she was going to say, though?
Nope, she forgot them.
Okay.
Sorry. Vivelda,
Mmm.
roll Defy Disaster. I'll give you the Fool's Rush in.
I'm not even doing anything! Everyone else climbed up to the bitter wind. I didn't! Can I use daring?
Yeah.
Thanks. I get another XP for Fool's Rush in. Whee! We're gonna die. 11!
Fantastic. Fibian, you in fact do not take a stagger as Vivelda catches you. Vivelda, that small meteorite was in fact your friend, but you're holding it now.
Oh. Obviously, my immediate response when I saw something flying towards me at speed was to catch it. Yeah, that fits.
Okay, I may or may not have done something terrible. Something great and terrible.
What did you do?
I
Does she
I
remember what she
think-
did?
Yes, you remember the entire conversation, just not what your home looks like. You don't know anything about Well Hidden except it's where you live.
Uh, I. Oh.
Fibian?
I told the bitter wind about Well Hidden.
You did what?
Well hidden where we
I-
live?
Yes. With the intention of using it to destroy our enemies.
What about our friends?
The bitter wind said it wouldn't destroy them. I know that's not actually what it said, but that's what I'm.
That's what you're saying right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely could work. That's what I would say.
I'm trying to. I asked it to destroy that one place where that powerful thing was.
You mean our house?
No,
My house?
I don't think so. It's confusing. I don't know. I might have made things really better, or I may have destroyed everything we fought to save. I'm.
You know, thank
You
you,
do know
Acid,
that
to
the
destroy
wind-
our house.
You do know that the wind was talking to you about destroying a place called the Sun Temple.
Okay, I do know that.
Yeah. You remember the entire conversation, just not any of the context behind the conversation.
Context. Why old people are sad.
Who needs context?
Context sensitive.
The sun frog in the Sun Temple. I sent the bitter wind to destroy the Sun Temple.
We've gotten to hydrate, and I have my water right here. Everybody get some water while we process. Phibian doing the dumbest possible thing, which I love. I love that for her. Good for her.
You know, Phibian's watched Vivelda do it enough. It's about her turn.
She's picked up some tips on how to do the dumbest possible thing.
I'm trying to expand my horizons.
Why would you do that? I learned it from you.
Way to make a girl feel bad. Worst possible role model in every way.
I feel sorry. But I chose to do it. If that makes sense.
Hey, Phibian, unrelated, could you tell me your stats?
Okay. I have a -1 daring, +2 grace, 0 heart, +1 wit, +1 spirit.
Thank you. Okay, go back to whatever that was. Sorry to distract.
What's your AC again?
AC isn't really a thing. What information are you asking for?
I know.
Oh, okay.
It was a meta joke.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I got it.
For no
My
reason, the
AC.
DM wants to know your AC.
12.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
12 is correct, though.
Hopefully it's higher than that.
28.
That is a little bit too high.
I don't know.
Okay, so Vivelda is going to take a deep breath and think to herself what she would wish other people would do when she did things that they considered dumb. And she's gonna say, you know what? I'm sure you had a good reason for it.
Can only hope.
Arensteel,
Yes.
we entered the Bitter Wind by going through a door. What building was the door in?
The door was up near the up near the smallest flower on top of the ravine.
Where is my daughter? We left her.
Through 2 doorways, 2 of them.
Okay. The first doorway, where was it? Where did we leave her? It was in a big building.
It's been almost a full day by your reckoning.
Okay, that does help. Because, according to my recollection, we left my daughter in the Sun Palace.
Wait, what? What was she doing in the Sun Palace?
We went in so we could find out where the things come from.
I thought we went in a warehouse.
No? It was the big building, the main building. The one in the middle? Don't you remember?
I don't remember what it looks like. But I thought we were trying to go to the Sun Palace and that we instead went to a different place.
Well, it's been a while, right? We've been down here for a while, right? So she might not be in the same spot that we left her. Especially because we didn't come back. She probably left and got bored. Right?
If anyone is going to survive what's about to happen, it's going to be your crazy daughter.
That is a fact.
I am quite proud of her.
You have recently met a redwood tree, and if anyone was going to survive, it would be your crazy daughter.
I'm very proud of her and all she has accomplished. I wish less of it had to do with violence, but I'll take what I can get.
Okay.
Okay.
About this time is when the other termites finally gather up the courage to come down into this room.
We left.
Dang it.
We did not leave. Never mind. Everybody went up, and I stayed where I was so I could apparently catch.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Vivelda,
Yes.
could I convince you to climb up and do the same thing?
I'm currently kind of panicking, so no.
But Fibian just told the bitter wind to go do something. You could go tell the bitter wind to go not do something.
Would you like to offer me an experience point to do this thing that seems like an obviously bad idea? And to use a string on me? Because I just did give someone dangerous to me a string.
You did. I think I will. Do you want a string to climb up this tree?
So, strings are emotional leverage you can get on people. And sure, I will do it for a string. I will climb up this tree for a string.
So Vivelda is angry and going over all the reasons this is bad, then is on the outside of the tree holding on, and then suddenly occurs to her that she has both been moving and that she's been following quiet whispers of things she doesn't want someone else to know.
I can hear
Vivelda,
something talking
you
to
are
me.
now above the protective barrier. Take a condition,
Thank you.
and roll grace.
Can I roll anything else? Literally anything else.
promise me you will punch whatever tries to communicate with you during this
No.
experience, and I'll let you roll daring instead.
No, I will not. I'm already doing enough dumb things. I'm gonna mark my
Promise
XP.
me violence, and I'll let you roll violence.
Promise you violence. Vivelda does not actually want to solve problems with violence. I realize this might be hard to believe. So I will survive rolling grace. I have a -1.
Fine.
I rolled a 6.
Can I interest you in spending a love point?
Am I going to die if I don't?
No, I wouldn't kill you.
Ah! Why do you have to say things like that? Audience, what do you think? Should Vivelda deal with the consequences of her actions or love point it up?
I'm such a good GM.
You are the worst, actually. As GMs go, though, yes. Amazing, amazing.
I don't like this consequence. While we're waiting for viewer
give me just a
interaction.
second.
While we're waiting for viewer interaction and/or Vivelda to suffer consequences, everyone check your private messages. I just sent secret messages. And act on that information as you will. I don't care if you do or don't tell anyone.
Sophie votes for the most chaotic option, which I'm pretty sure is keeping the downbeat, yeah?
Oh, I personally think the most chaotic option is get you in a conversation with the bitter wind.
So you think using a luck point is more chaotic?
A love point.
Yeah, a love point.
Because this entire world is gay. And that's not even my fault.
Of love. And it's stronger than you. Okay. If that's what you think will be the most chaotic option and fulfills Sophie's request, then I will use a love point. Okay, I'm down to 1 love point. You guys should use 1,000 sparkles and give me a love point.
Did you take the love point for being on time today?
Yes, that's why I had 2 to spend. I don't know if you know this, but I have the worst luck.
You never told me you were empty on love.
I'm not empty.
Yeah, but I gave you 2 recently.
I'm pretty sure I used the first one, like, immediately.
That's fair. Okay.
I've not made it to empty on love. I'm not out of love. What's love got to do with it? Okay, yeah, okay. So I upgrade that from a downbeat to an upbeat. To do a mixed beat, apologies.
What is the wording of your request?
What is the thing I want right now?
Not so much dealing with Faye when I'm the GM now, is it?
It is always fun dealing with Faye. I'm not sure that the bitter wind will be able to accomplish the thing I am asking it, the thing that I want. But I think that I know what to ask. I want to ask I will say, please help me restore order without hurting the people I love.
Do you love Ray?
Reyna? Like the new character?
Reyna, the new character.
Nope, I'm an asshole. I'm not an asshole. I just met her.
So,
That's
the
understandable.
bitter winds
Sorry.
tells you make her one of your own, and picks up you and Reyna, and drops you in the circle of the redwoods. Fibian, you are now alone, by the way.
Oh no. Oh no.
Vivelda,
Oh no. This is all my
me.
fault.
Change has something to say about your current location.
Yes. Change is my sword. And no one
Change
can
your
hear
sword.
it but me. And I
That is a
regret
pale
many
gray.
things. It's a pale gray.
And you hear Change say, "Oh, it's been eons. I didn't think we'd be so close."
Who is it you sense?
Oh, you know, one of the other artifacts. No big.
Okay.
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 Jorenda. I don't know. I don't care if Vivelda knows. Jorenda,
Yes.
do you understand the mission given to you by the bitter winds just now?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to know
Continue.
what I understand of the mission? Because I think I get it.
Okay. What's the mission?
The people that I want to live through whatever is going to happen have to be attuned to an artifact.
Not a bad takeaway. I'll classify that as fairly close and potentially true.
Okay. Close enough to conjure with?
I will say that the bitter wind didn't ask, but rather knows that you do not love Reyna, and did tell you to make Reyna one of your own. So your particular notion might not be
So I'm
exactly
supposed-
correct.
I'm supposed to give Reyna an artifact. New interpretation.
Moving on.
What? And that will ensure she
Yeah.
dies? Hang on, I don't want to be responsible for people die. Okay, go ahead.
The mission I gave you was attune Reyna to an artifact.
Yeah, okay. Got it. I figured that was on the to-do list. Like, out of character.
Yeah. Back to in character, where Vivelda's like, "What are you whispering about?"
Yeah, so, Fibian, I looked at you, like, very calmly, and I said, I'm sure you had a good reason. And then
you realize it's not there.
and then I left.
Climb tree is gone. Good luck.
Bye.
Fibian, Vivelda was not whipped away at the speeds you were, nor was Reyna. By the way, Reyna was ripped out from beside you by the bitter winds. You saw that they were flown to around the redwood. You can't see around the redwood, but you know the direction they were going at first stroke.
Okay, I start going down the stairs.
Now the termites can show up.
Yes, poor termites did not have the bravery to go into that room where you busted a hole in the wall, but are now faced directly to Fibian, and they are quivering where they stand.
Yeah, Fibian, you busted a hole in the wall. What's the matter with you?
Hi. I am here to commune with the unseen.
I love you so
Your
much.
friend is alive, but had to be. But had to sleep so not to. So their mind would not be destroyed by the incomprehensible things that happened here. I shall take my leave. You are now
A
safe.
small one walks up, like, as you're speaking, and, like, pokes you in the hand, and is like, I can touch you, and you said you didn't kill my friend. Does that mean you aren't the wind that eats?
I am not the wind that eats.
The
Just-
entire room heaves a sigh of relief, and the parents feel brave enough to approach and retract the kid now.
Bad parents.
Yes. Very good. I shall now take my leave.
Where are you going? Up or down?
Down.
One of the people will call to you. Like, there's no way to leave down there.
How
The only opening is the one you made.
did you get in here?
We are extensions of the Redwood's will.
It's
We
always
are-
been this way. Sorry.
We are he.
Okay. I go to the hole.
Jump out.
And I look down.
Jump.
That would only
So-
take like an hour to climb down with your current climbing tools.
Can I see the ground?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to I'm gonna do a little dance.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna
Shake a little tail.
make it look. I'm gonna make it look spooky and mystical.
Get down tonight.
And
As you're dancing, space appears in front of you, and this is now a two-person dance.
You need a
All
partner,
right.
clearly.
nice.
And space likes you.
For what it's worth, you're grabbing from an outside perspective. You are grabbing like shimmering bends of light as your dance partner. So it's definitely still spooky and mystical.
Okay. And I astral dance.
Down to the floor.
I use a love point. Make it a
Oh,
mixed beat.
you don't want me to put you somewhere?
Well, the thing is,
I'm so
That
good
is
at
the mixed
somewheres.
you don't arrive where you intend, you arrive almost too late, or you lose something important in the process. GM will tell you which.
That just seems like
That's
a
the
bad idea
mixed
to you.
beat.
You,
I
you
feel
don't
like
think
I'm
that's a
not
good idea?
trusted.
On the contrary, we trust you to do exactly what you have always done.
I'm untrusted.
And keep things the same that they have always been, which is to say different.
Yes.
Different.
Fiends are as they always have been, and that is to say different. That's such a good line. I'm such a fan of that line. Still,
You made it up!
sometimes I make real gems.
Yes, you're very smart.
I invented your daughter.
Okay, alright, okay. I don't see why we gotta bring her into this. Leave
So
my
she's your baby daddy?
Leave my completely real and not fictional daughter alone.
Trust me, I have zero to do with your completely real non-fictional daughter.
Oh yeah,
I'm more.
I do have a daughter. Anyway. Look, I am in character right now. Very in character.
Okay.
Okay.
So Fibian, are you using a love point?
Yes.
You'll be fine, probably.
Okay. Vivelda,
Yes.
you, Reyna, Vivelda and Reyna,
Yes.
you're gathering your bearings. All the trees have begun to notice your presence, and as you guys reach the fully standing position, Fibian is dropped on you.
Wonderful. I collapse again because I just had a Fibian dropped on me.
No, it's actually super graceful. Fibian, like, shimmering bonds of lights float down and form Fibian and, like, on top of you.
Oh, well then, when she is done shimmering, I am holding her gently in my arms.
Oh.
Fibian, from your perspective, as the dance slowed down, shape like space, not shape. Space moved to like pick you up and held you, and then Vivelda appeared in Space's place.
Ooh.
Aw.
Space also reacts to the artifacts they haven't seen in a while.
I think Vivian might be smitten with Velda.
Well, it's been the other way around for like ever, so.
Why? You have to tell us why and then answer your question.
Oh, dang.
You said you were
Okay.
being smitten is a move you can choose at any time, and when you do it, you have to say why, and then I think I get a string on you, actually, is the next thing.
And
Oh.
smitten can be pure.
It can-
Platonic.
Yeah.
Do I have to tell everyone else?
No, you're telling the GM so that the GM can continue to harass you.
When you question someone, say why, give them a string on you, and answer the question of truth, heart, and blade. Okay.
If you want to keep it secret, post it in your secret channel.
What is your question? The question you're supposed to answer.
What obvious thing about you are you sure would make them reject you?
Oh.
Is it the contract you just made?
It might be the contract I just made. It might be like all the contracts I've made with suspicious ethereal beings.
Oh yeah, Fibian's
It might-
like, it's so nice. Fibian's like, Vivelda sure is amazing. Too bad I've already sold my soul to like 2 other things.
Yeah, I'm. It might be that I'm practically engaged to a being for the rest of time. No. Starting at the end of time and then forever.
You're engaged.
Yes.
And your wedding date is the end of time.
Essentially.
Literal, this is lesbians, you all. Their girlfriend will say, hey, will you stay with me until the end of time? And they will look at you and say, does she like me? I'm not sure.
That
absolutely
is exactly what happened.
That is word for word what happened. Ladies and gents, I give you real lesbians.
I'll hang out with you after the heat death of the universe.
And be besties with you forever, as bros do.
And I think, as for why, it's just over time, feelings have been growing. You know, I like Vivelda. She's very tsundere.
She's very the opposite of you.
She is, and she's nice and sweet. You know, when she's not like
being
destroying herself
tsundere
with others.
You like me because I'm an anime girl.
And I'm sticking with the Phibians demisexual, and so, you know, this has been brewing for a while.
Well,
take a string on me.
I will. Yeah. I'm flattered. Vivelda isn't. She's just like, I caught Phibian, yay! Like,
Velda didn't notice.
Vivelda
Didn't make roll to
didn't
notice, won't notice, didn't happen.
Nope. Vivelda was looking the other
really
way.
hard, but I do that all the time, so you didn't notice.
You do blush really hard. Fab. Okay.
Like, that's the most anime end of this relationship. Where do you get all this blood pressure that you can turn completely red?
It's the anime magic. All right.
Oh, that's why they get nosebleeds when they're turned on. It's just
too much blood pressure.
Blood pressure.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Getting nosebleeds when you're turned on does not make sense.
This is why the stat for a while was called biology.
Because whatever it is we're doing, it sure ain't real biology. What were you going to say, Raina?
I don't remember.
Okay. What are you up to?
It was unimportant.
We are sharing a moment. What are you doing?
Watching amused as you catch Phibian out of the air.
Fair enough. Where are we, and who's around? The trees are starting to take notice of us.
The Council of Red Trees is around. They have gotten well past the starting to take notice step.
I was
And
distracted.
they are like, we are impressed by your ability to descend so rapidly. But why?
We're here to seize the means of production! Oh man, okay, why? Alright, focus. I'm gonna kinda like whisper to change. Where's the thing? Your friend.
Let's see. Call that 7 inches down?
Straight down?
He's, more or less.
Okay.
Hey, Space, it's 7 inches? Space says I don't know how to count. That is not 7 inches. But it's more or less straight down.
So
So we need to tell the redwoods that we wish to look upon their beautiful roots,
Do it. Do it,
and then get
Fabian.
arrested for indecency. For indecency.
Yes!
A total of one person can pull off this request without getting immediately arrested for indecent. So Fibian, are you making this roll?
Do it, do it, do it, do it!
Actually, I don't. We don't know enough about Reyna's character to rule
Reyna,
him out.
is your immediate response to hit on the tree?
No.
That seems like a completely normal and reasonable answer.
Is it yours?
No, but it sounds like it's Fabian's.
We come before you to gaze upon your breathtaking visages.
Visages.
Well, I think that was rather a polite thing to say. Well, no, obviously they're trying to butter us up. No, you can't just say that about everyone who comes by. Look at us. We're the most powerful. Yes, everyone here is trying to get on our... No, they're coming just to say hi and look at us. We're pretty cool. You have started an argument.
Okay. That's a start. Do we want to do something during the argument, or do we want to continue to butter them up?
Hitting on the redwood tree seems like the best possible option that you have come up with so far. Not just because I'm highly amused, but mostly because I'm highly amused. I will lean over to Fabian and be like, there's another artifact here. It's down there somewhere, under the crumbly mushroom.
Space is like, it's called soil, and it's significantly further down than whatever change has told you.
Can we feel the presence of the artifact?
Who are you asking? Yourself?
I'm asking the DM.
Okay. You apparently space and change can feel the closeness to the artifacts. You'd have to know what the artifact is doing to know whether or not you feel what it's doing.
Yeah, just standing among this grove of such wise trees. Fills me with a certain power, as if from the soil beneath.
Standing in the middle of us. See, that's definitely trying to get in with us. No, not everyone who
did
comes
we
by
hit in the
is here to
side,
take
and are they
root.
mad?
All of you teleported here. You don't know.
Are they offended?
We did all
though?
teleport here.
No one appears to be actively pointing out brutal assaults as one of the charges to be levied against you.
Only that we're being suspiciously nice.
Okay.
You're only suspicious of the nice people because you aren't nice to anyone, so why would they do it in return? That's a tidbit from their argument.
Yes, I gathered. Yeah. I will say, we have heard that you produce great and wondrous artifacts, strange things in response to requests. Is this true? Are you so capable?
They're from the wet, one goes, and everyone else is like, ah, that makes loads more sense.
I'm glad to have clarified things for you, oh mighty beings. Am I doing this right?
Okay. How did you guys even find us here? No one comes to visit us.
It's a really long story.
Well, it can't be longer than us, so start.
Okay, so I had a girlfriend, and then we made a baby, and then we broke up, which isn't super important. However, I think she took over the world, and I think we need to defeat her and destroy her. Also, everything is broken, and I'm not sure why, and so we need to put things back together again. I don't know how to do that. But I think that you guys might have a powerful artifact that might be helpful with doing that. So we talked, so I rescued my daughter, sort of, and then we went on an adventure to find out where things are being made, because if we're going to destroy the world, we want to make sure that people don't starve to death afterwards. And we found, hang on, I just had an out-of-character realization. Okay, I'm good. And we found a door, and then we went through the door, and then we went through another door, and there was a rope and a series of pulleys, and we followed the rope, and we fell down a whole bunch, and then we ended up next to a flower, and we talked to the flower, and she didn't want to talk to us, and she was kind of rude, and so we went down the path, and we met this lovely person. Hello. And then a willow tree flung us. The end.
Wow, that tail was taller than you. Shut up!
I hope you liked the Velda's incredibly insane method of describing what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. So the world is broken, blah blah blah, revolution, blah blah blah, seize the means of production. Surprise, the means of production talk back.
Hi.
That's your story?
I'm actually
You
kind of
managed
happy
to
that you talk
overwhelm
back.
them.
Oh, that's reassuring.
Yeah, because it means that we can talk to you and be friends, instead of, like, it being something that the people in charge have total control over and that we won't know how to operate.
Oh, honey. We're the people in charge.
That's great!
No, it's not.
By in charge, do you dictate the separation of classes to different tiers of the mushroom?
What's a mushroom?
The wet.
It's in the wet.
Oh.
The ground on which the wet is built.
It's like
The-
dirt, but it goes up.
Dirt, but it goes up. Fair enough, you guys come from a different world.
They're dealing
No,
with this marvelously.
We aren't in charge of the dirt that goes up, or probably anything in your world.
Yeah,
We are in charge here.
so we're not...
So
Okay.
if you're going to revolution here, we're going to have a problem.
Nope. This is not my concern. I wanted to know how things worked here. I'm assuming that you wouldn't care if different people sent you notes.
No, probably not. Well, can you promise the same things in return?
What is it that you get?
First off, we can't process a lot of our own goods. If you notice, we don't move much.
Mm-hmm.
And second off, there's this really, really annoying flower that is constantly trying to take our. Don't tell them. I'm already starting the sentence. What do you want from me? Backpedaling? There's this really annoying flower, and we've been promised that we've gotten something from the flower, and that's why we initially made the deal in exchange for getting this something. Oh, tell me social security number 2. That's not a thing anymore. The world ended.
What? I love these guys so much. Okay.
They actually don't have the knowledge to say that, but yes,
It would
that's
be
what's happening.
really hilarious.
You're still driving this conversation. It's
Okay.
so
cool.
you'd have to give us something else that you'd have to entice us to remake the deal, I
So
guess.
they've promised you to take care of this flower, right?
No? Yes? We already have we already have their initial payment.
Okay. They made the flower go away from you.
Definitely.
What is it that they gave you?
They exchange glances, which you didn't realize those were eyes until they start exchanging glances at each other.
Okay. I can see I'm not getting very far. We should sword fight.
Absolutely. There's no intimidate roll, so I guess you just get to decide whether or not that is not a stone structure. It is in fact a sword. So they reach over to what's probably a building, and they pick it up and like remove a house. So they reach over. Picture the Leaning Tower of Pisa. They pick it up and remove like a house-sized chunk of it, and this is vaguely more sword-shaped in the traditional sense. And they're like, "We'll use our smallest one." Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna die.
Sword fight to make friends.
Sword fight to make friends.
Sword fight to make friends.
Does
I
anyone
cast
else
stabbing
want?
is the best friendship.
Does anyone else want to sword fight instead of me because I have the worst wit? Okay.
I
That's
mean,
fair.
Vivian, you are
could.
muted if you didn't know.
but I'm still not 100% on the rules of fighting.
In this world, sword fight to make friends is quite common, and
So we sword
It-
fought
it
earlier.
is-
The thing we did to do combat is we both rolled figure out a person. That was our combat mechanic.
Okay.
yeah, so
So when you are
sword
sword
fight to
fighting,
make friends is an
you can use any of the
actual
basic
combat.
moves. You can use any of the basic moves. You don't have to actually use the fight move. You can use fight. You can use call on a toxic power. You can use emotional support or entice. Like we're doing the whole like tip their chin up with the point of your sword and look deeply into their eyes. Like we are in She-Ra.
Okay, I'm back.
hello. We're questioning on whether or not someone else wants to fight this tree wielding a building size saber, because Vivelda has definitely started this fight.
But I also kind of feel like I'm taking over.
I'll give it a try. I was never
Yeah.
really good, but I wanna see what I can do.
What's the make friends roll? Is that a roll?
Connect. It's the ace version of
You
entice.
can roll. You
Are
can
we
roll.
connecting, or are we trying to figure something out?
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, just roll a non-cause condition roll, and call that making friends.
Yeah, just pick
Okay.
whatever you want to do.
Any of the basic moves.
I wish I had my dice so I didn't have to type in the whole thing to get the roll.
Sorry.
I just copy and paste from other people's rolls,
That is true.
so I don't have to type.
One of the functions that Avray has is she will kindly and conveniently delete the text that you wrote where you wrote /!R R2D6. This is deeply unhelpful because then everybody's rolling to check perception or whatever, and the other people who are new to this game are like, how do I check perception though? And they can't just read and determine the answer.
That is why it is off in this.
That is why I have turned it off. Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna do figure out a person.
Okay.
All right. So we have in fact determined that trees are people too.
They have swords. That makes them people.
I know, I'm poking fun.
However,
Downbeat.
their sword is a building amphibian rolled a downbeat. Will this be
Okay.
fun?
What were you rolling? Figure out a person?
Yeah.
Huh. Fibian, what
Yes.
do you hope to get from the Redwoods?
I guess I'm trying to glean information about the artifact.
I want their artifact.
Okay.
Fibian, you still get, because you chose to sword fight, you still get to ask one of your questions from the Truths of Heart and Blade.
What? What haunts you?
They are haunted by the idea that their artifact gets stolen.
Dang it.
The ghost
Final
of
question
you
they're asking you:
is all
what are your
that I
feelings
have
towards
left.
the society they built or claim to be in charge of?
Are they?
Oh, here in the
Here in
bitter.
the
Hmm. I guess. Oh my. They're enticing the little guys to stay little so that they don't become big enough to supplant the trees.
No, not what are they doing? What are your feelings towards what they're doing?
Oh,
Is that what they're doing?
Unrelated to the question, so I'm not answering.
I'm a little ambivalent. It seems that this is a harsh environment where harsh things are done just to survive. So I guess I find them to be, I don't know, everyone seems like really hardworking. And I feel that I would like to be able to make things easier for them, but I don't think anything I do is going to change it, and I'm just going to respect their goals of to like hit each other.
You like to help, but you don't know
Small.
if you can.
Yes.
Okay. The one sword fighting you will, like, stop the fight right before they do a condition with their massive sword. They're like, okay. I believe we can trust him. And everyone's like, no, you trust everyone. And they're like, no, he doesn't. The one who is all about you guys are just trying to be nice to getting good with us is absolutely adamant that this individual trusts everyone, whether or not that's what they actually act like. Until the one that hasn't spoken yet.
The one that
Speaks
hasn't
up.
spoken yet is obviously the one in charge.
The one that hasn't spoken yet speaks up and is like, so it was the willow that threw you through me?
I didn't realize how hard she could throw.
I'm throwing something at her. No, don't throw things at the willow! They have very suddenly become distracted, and all of them are trying to stop this one. Like, physically restrain.
How are they throwing things?
That is an excellent question. So, no, when they move, you hear loud cracks and creaks and, like, can see in their trunks that they aren't supposed to be moving, but they can force themselves to.
They take a condition.
Absolutely, yeah. This looks absolutely painful. The one who doesn't have the energy to move right now and join the hullabub is like, who happens to be the one who fought Phibian, doesn't have the energy because they spent it fighting, is like, okay, they're going to argue about whether or not to remove someone from the census. I really, that seems excessive. You can, I'll let you in through my roots. And they move the door. They move their roots to reveal a cavern. You notice that they didn't move their roots; they just opened their roots to reveal a cavern inside of them.
Whoa.
Ooh, thank you for
They're
the follow,
like,
Amy's
"It's-
mind.
Oh yay, followers!
Really appreciate it. Cool. There's a cavern.
Yeah, there's a cavern in the roots. He's like, it's a bit of a maze, but always walk towards the wider end, and you'll always come back out to the top. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Do you descend?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. As it closes behind you, which now you guys realize there is a dawn on a gone. There's a gone.
I thought you
on-
said dong.
Didn't happen.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Weird internet lag thing. I don't know. There's a gone on the inside, so theoretically you can bane that to get it open. But as the foot's like moving down, as the tree bleh, words. As it's closing, you hear like, "Hey, where's the people we were talking to?" "Oh yeah, we were talking to people."
They seem a little bit out of it, don't you think?
They have way too much energy.
They really do for giant slow-moving redwood trees.
No one ever comes to visit because this is how they act whenever someone comes to visit.
Uh-huh.
But because no one comes to visit, they don't ever use any of their energy.
I'm just glad that I managed to thoroughly and 100% shove the willow tree under the bus.
That's a fact.
Yup. It's not my fault anymore. It is the willow tree's fault.
They have. So, what do you guys intend to do when faced with a maze?
You put one of your hands on the wall and don't let go of that wall.
Walk around randomly.
Hold on. Amy's mind, I didn't do it?
We're blaming the willow tree, Amy.
Oh.
You're
poor
innocent.
Amy. Are you a willow tree?
Are you a willow tree? We'll blame it on your sister.
I promise we aren't blaming you, the willow tree. We're blaming a different willow tree.
Also, hi, Amy.
Just
Love
happens to
you.
be your height and size. It's fine.
It's your sister. We're blaming it on your sister. Does that make it better or worse? Depends how much you like your sister, I guess. In my Monday D&D game.
The Wiggy's guilty. That's who we're blaming.
Okay, yeah. It's Sophie's fault. Raina, did you know it's Sophie's fault?
I don't know who Sophie is.
The Wiggy is
Wiggy
Sophie.
What? How do you know other names for these individuals? Also,
I
isn't
know
this going
all
on
of these
forever?
people. And I
Isn't
checked.
this going online forever?
I checked beforehand that was an acceptable name. Although if it isn't, I would be happy to edit the transcript. Oh,
Okay.
Amy, thank you for stealing money from Jeff Bezos for me.
That's our favorite pastime.
Yay!
How do you do it twice though? That's
That's
not how time works. It's supposed to be once a month.
I'm not gonna complain, I guess. I don't know. I'd have 2 nickels, but it's weird that it happened twice.
If I was doomed, if I got a nickel for every time that happened, I'd have 2 nickels. Which is weird because it only happened once, but twice at the same time.
We're gonna blame the pandas instead of the willow tree.
Fair. Anyway, you guys are now in a maze. What's your strategy for this
Okay,
maze?
Fibian had a strategy of putting her hand on the wall. My strategy is to walk randomly and get hopelessly lost. Raina, what's your strategy?
I'm with Fibian. I was gonna say that before you did. Before you said Fibian's strategy was that.
Apologies.
No, you're okay. But I'm with Fibian. Hand on the wall.
Okay, the first branch has like 18 different branch paths.
Didn't the tree say to take the widest one?
I thought he meant the widest one brings us to the top.
He did.
He said to go to, I mean, it can't hurt to go towards the destination we have been given, and if we don't like it, we can find our way back, because you didn't let go of the wall.
Wouldn't this be the destination, though? Right here at the doorway?
No, it's the top.
For those who can read maps, this is in fact the highest. All of the paths appear to lead down.
Okay.
Do the paths get wider or narrower as we go down?
It's almost imperceptible, but like once you spend the time looking for it, you can find which one's wider, and this is in fact. This appears to be as wide as it gets. Everything else is getting narrower. Narrower. Nope, that's not a word.
Okay, narrower.
Narrower.
Okay, so do we choose this wide hallway, or are we going to, like, systematically go through every branch, keeping our hand on the wall?
I vote for the wide one, but...
I vote for the wide one. I can't...
Okay, why not? Do we have any breadcrumbs?
What is bread?
Are
It's
the
true,
walls made out of
I don't know
dirt
what bread are.
or root?
The walls are made of root.
Okay, so maybe I shouldn't, like, scratch
it up.
markings on the wall.
Yeah, maybe not.
Ooh. Okay. In my bag, I pull out a vial of glow-in-the-dark ooze that I got when we were swimming down to the unused parts of the mushroom.
Ooh, unidentifiable
You have
ooze.
that. You
I open
you
it
have
up
that happened.
and I use the glow-in-the-dark goo to mark the wall where we're at so we can keep track of how to get back.
Very well. Raina, how
Yes.
much do you know of what's your wit?
+2.
Okay, Raina, you just know this. You don't use light to see here because theoretically the roots spread everywhere and you can all share what the roots.
what the roots see?
Repeat that. What was the question?
We can all see what the roots see? Or we can all see
Yes.
what?
That's why you guys don't need lights. That's why you can see without lights. Because the roots of the things that have taken roots and can't move anymore are sharing what they know with everyone else.
So, what you're saying is, we're getting a psychic image from the plants, from the roots.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Your
wild.
eyes are so some kind of symbiosis exists between the inhabitants and the rooted plants that allow the inhabitants to see through the tree's roots. And I'm picturing earthbending from top perspective.
We can
Except
see like
you have-
Toph with
Yeah, except the paths have to the vibrations have to channel through a root. And it's not vibrations. But yeah.
that's super cool.
Awesome. And I guess I'll just lead us in the right direction because the roots will know which way to go.
Okay, there we go. Give me a figure out a person. Unless you have a custom move you want to use.
The Vivenda.
Vivelda.
Vivelda.
Yes,
Sorry, that for some reason that name is hard.
that's okay.
No, I'm picking a person.
Oh,
No, I said a custom move, not another person. You gotta
so
make
you
what's
have
the
moves
custom-
on your list. Like you have your special trickster moves
Oh.
that you picked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have EU feelings, you have the mask.
So she's wanting to know if you have a specific move that you'd like to use instead of the generic move that she's offering you.
No, generic move.
Okay. The generic move is figure out a person.
V.
Are you rolling figure out a person targeting
Oh.
Vivelda? That's what Reyna is saying. That's what Reyna is saying.
I'm sorry. That's my bad. No, you're figuring out a person targeting the roots.
So that you can figure out where we're going.
Oh.
Yes,
Oh,
my
yes.
bad. I would have
No,
been
we'll
more
target the
clear.
roots.
That's all right.
Okay. Get me a 2d6 plus wit plus whatever else you got.
I'm going to use the bathroom very quickly. I will be right back, and then I'll be right back.
Hey!
13.
Beautiful stuff. We have, it's quite the trek, but you know where you're going.
Great.
Actually, everyone heal one condition. But because
With
you
the
know,
shield.
yeah, take a shield. Because you know quite well where you're going, You manage to do it without needing to take a second one. You take the shortest path. There's a ween bouncing around on screen. Stop that. That is... So, you guys come across the Death Apple.
Oh no.
Yes, actually.
Yes. Oh no.
Yes, actually.
Actually.
Yeah. I think I'm funny, and that's probably close enough. There is before you a tree with red X's growing on its leaves.
Okay, when you said Death Apple, yes, actually, did you mean no, not actually?
No, I meant the tree that I have dubbed the Death Apple. Yes, actually. And I say
Okay.
that entire thing the first few times I say it.
Okay, so this is actually a Death Apple, yes, actually.
Yes.
Oh, dang.
That being said, it is my variant because I do what I want.
I just got back. When I left, we were figuring out a person, and when I got back here, there were death apples. Yes, actually.
Aren't you so glad
Yeah.
you rolled 13?
I rolled 13.
Nice.
So we only need to do it once and...
Oh,
found a
yeah.
way through Death Apple.
Take a
Yes,
shield.
actually.
Take a shield.
Everyone?
Everyone already took their shield. You were gone.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You found yourself to the main chamber of the roots. The first time, it has gotten wider in your entire adventure. And in the center of the chamber is a death apple. Yes, actually.
Well, I'm
This-
happy about this.
This looming tree has red X's growing on its leaves that appear to drop a crimson sap. And it bows and sways in an unfeelable wind. And you hear the sound of rainfall, though there's no rain. And a small river going out from it, but coming from nowhere. And as you approach, it says, "No further, for you will die." What have you come here for?
Ooh. Do we tell it that we're trying to take the artifact?
Probably not.
Good job bringing up the artifact. You see it.
Where is
This
it?
What does
tree
it look like?
is wearing the artifact.
We're gonna die. Possibly in real life.
We're all gonna die.
Butterfly.
What?
That's the next line in the song. What do you want from me?
We're gonna die, yes, really.
Yes,
In the sky, we're gonna fucking die.
Hooray!
I don't know that verse, but I'm looking it up.
I'm pretty sure you guys are making up this song.
Nah,
Oh,
you're gonna die. We're all gonna die. Ooh, a butterfly is all lines from the Muffin song.
Ooh, it's the Muffin Song. I don't actually know the Muffin Song.
I know the Muffin
Uh,
Man.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Well, I happen to think that this is a pretty great cliffhanger.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because
We are kind of running on time.
It is time, and we should probably be done. I hope you all had a fun time, Ray. Did you have a fun time?
I absolutely did. Thank you for dragging a noob. I'll probably get the hang of this eventually.
Hooray!
Oh, trust me, when I started DMing, this is my first DM gig and my second time playing this system, and the first time was a one-off, so...
Okay, fair enough.
You cannot possibly be doing any worse than Harm still.
Oi!
That's what you meant to say, right?
Apples fall, everyone dies.
I take it back. All right. Yeah, I hope you all had a great time. I know I definitely had a great time. If you've got your 5,000 sparkles, you can pick who we raid. Other than that, does anyone know anyone who is raiding?
Guide the Raid is now 1,000 sparkles. I'm not in charge of that.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, because no one was picking it. Or you can use all your sparkles to fund a garden adventure. I will figure out how to stream mobile. I don't know how to do that. And I will take us all to the botanical gardens near my house. They are beautiful. I don't know what they're going to look like when we get around to doing that. It might be winter, which would be really fun. So if you want to go on a garden adventure with me, go ahead and drop some sparkles into the Garden Adventure Challenge. Thank you for your contribution, Amy.
This is your last call to give love points to your favorite character.
We are going to be doing this again every week on Friday, same time, same place. Just make sure to hit that follow button so you can get notified when we go live. I love you all. Remember, you're important and somebody loves you. The Wiggy, thank you so much for your contribution. Who should we raid? We have 7 viewers. Are any of our buds online?
No.
We will raid Wanderpuss because they're doing RPGs too.
Hey!
Yay! Wanderpuss is one of my buds. They do art streams most days, and they give away free art all of the time. And they are currently doing the HTML Wanderpuss, which is their D&D stream. So it should be really fun. I have no idea what's happening there, but it'll probably be just as much fun as I've been having. So, this is Mature Audience's channel.
Dip out for that stream. Bye-bye.
Okay, everybody say bye.
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 Bye. Okay, I'm gonna click stop